Meghan Markle is back in the headlines and in the jam business after pausing for a time to count all her cash. Plus, the Duchess celebrates her daughter's 4th birthday by showing the world 1/4 of her face, and royal watchers suspect that Meg's next big appearance just might prove that she really does have it out for her rival Kate. If you missed your chance to own a jar of Meghan Markle's famous jam, you're in luck if you're fast enough. The Duchess is restocking her As Ever shop sometime in June, after the whole line sold out in less than an hour back in April. On June 3rd, Meghan posted on the brand's Instagram, "To all who have been wondering and waiting, thank you. Your favorites are returning, plus a few new things we can't wait to show you. Coming this month, get excited." Earlier that day, Meghan dropped a new episode of her podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder, with guest Tina Knowles. The Duchess told Beyoncé's mom that she had to tap the brakes on her As Ever brand after the initial product drop sold out so quickly.
I'm looking at it saying, just pause.
Yeah.
That happened. Let's wait until we are
ready to
completely
go.
stable and we have everything we need.
Meghan also mentioned that she had planned the product drop for a year and that her team planned as best they could, but the response from customers still took them by surprise. It all makes for a pretty sweet story, especially on a business podcast, but you don't need a business degree to suspect that something might be up here. In fact, one insider told a major UK newspaper back in April that Meghan making her products difficult to buy was all part of the plan. A well-placed source told The Telegraph that all of Meghan's initial line of products were purposefully produced in small quantities in order to be quickly marked as sold out and generate interest. Sure, Meghan let fans know ahead of time that there would be limited quantities for each seasonal drop, so there was some warning, but The Telegraph's insider called this all just a common marketing ploy, one that appears to have paid off big time. Business Insider's headline following the initial product drop was, "Meghan Markle silences critics after As Ever sells out in an hour," and Meghan's famous friends pushed this narrative as well, posting on social media their shock that the line all sold out within minutes. In all fairness, they were just following Meg's lead, as she had previously posted, "Our shelves may be empty, but my heart is full. We sold out in less than an hour, and I can't thank you enough for celebrating, purchasing, sharing, and believing. It's just the start." Now that Meghan is all set for round 2, she appears to be aware that she's been accused of a bit of supply and demand trickery, comparing her launch to a sneaker drop in her conversation with Tina Knowles.
At the beginning might be a hook for people, not dissimilar to a sneaker drop.
But to her credit, it sounds like Meghan doesn't want her products to be ultra-exclusive boutique bites that only the lucky few can get their hands on.
I don't want you to eat that jam once every 6 months.
Right.
I want that to be on your shelf all the time.
I think we're all clear at this point that jam is my jam.
Meghan's As Ever brand, which includes $28 honey, $15 edible flour sprinkles, that famous $14 jam, and more, had a rocky start. It began as American Riviera Orchard, but that name had a short life as, well, just this, a few jars of jam sent out to her famous friends in March 2024. She rebranded in February 2025 following trademark issues, and then included her products in With Love Meghan, her much-mocked Netflix lifestyle series that debuted the following month. When Meg's As Ever products were finally made available in April, it was in the wake of whispers about the brand's viability, with one insider telling the Daily Mail, "It's been a logistical nightmare, and the buying team are having an issue as they can't work out what the demand will be, if any." From a look ahead to a throwback from Meghan, as the Duchess also made headlines recently for sharing some never-before-seen images to celebrate her daughter Lilibet's birthday. Oh baby, here's Meghan Markle and Prince Harry dancing in the hospital 4 years ago when Meghan was deeply pregnant with her daughter Lilibet. At one point, Meghan even twerks. So why the dance party? The couple was taking part in a TikTok challenge set to comedian Cameron Henderson's Baby Mama, which is all about being pregnant for way too long.
I'm in my 14th trimester.
So it's fitting that Meghan captioned the post, in part, when spicy food, all that walking, and acupuncture didn't work, there was only one thing left to do. As the BBC News notes, it's unclear if the Baby Mama Challenge actually did induce Meg's labor, but hey, it looks like they had a lot of fun. Meghan shared the throwback video to celebrate Lilibet's 4th birthday, and while fans were thrilled to see their favorite Duchess dancing like nobody's watching, the other birthday pics were Meghan's usual song and dance. Not that royal watchers are complaining. Meghan's been showing off only the briefest glimpses of Lilibet on social media for some time now, and in honor of her big girl's big day, it's more of the same, but with some baby photos thrown in that are undeniably adorable. Here's the newest pic, Lilibet hiding behind her mom's hug as the pair cuddle up on a boat. Meghan also included this snap of her with Lilibet shortly after she was born in 2021, captioning the post, "Happy birthday to our beautiful girl. 4 years ago today, she came into our lives, and each day is brighter and better because of it. Thanks to all of those sending love and celebrating her special day." The Duchess didn't forget about Lily's Harry's daddy. Shortly after those pics, she shared a pair of father-daughter photos. Here's Harry and Lily gazing into each other's eyes as dad holds his bundle of joy. And then, fast forward to this snap of the two barefoot on a walk in a tropical locale. The caption, "Daddy's little girl and favorite adventurer." Back in March, Meghan shared this photo of Harry and Lilibet on a boat, and clearly she likes to cuddle with both parents when the family's out on the water. That post was for International Women's Day, but Meghan's also shared photos of her kids to help push her lifestyle brand, as ever. And unlike these newest birthday pics, those posts caused a bit of backlash. On March 24th, Meghan posted, "Every day is a love story," alongside this photo of her in matching sun hats with Lilibet as Archie clings to her leg, both of their faces hidden from view. A priceless moment for any parent, but it's essentially an ad for Meghan's line of boutique jams and edible flower sprinkles.
Do they add flavor or is it decorative?
It's just an accessory.
It was also time to help promote her Shop My page, where fans could shop her closet, like this $1,350 silk gown. Meghan gets a big commission, of course, so it's no surprise that royal watchers on Reddit called the move tacky, cringy, and exhausting. One even declared, "The novelty of her showing us the back of her kid's head is over." Clearly, Meghan disagrees, as she continues to guard the privacy of her brood, which is, of course, her prerogative. But she's trying to have her jam-filled cake and eat it too by simultaneously guarding her kids from the public eye and using the public's interest in them as bait to sell edible potpourri. Next up, details on Meghan's next big marquee event, which just so happens to clash with one of the biggest royal family gatherings of the year. Only Meghan Markle would try to steal the spotlight from the entire royal family. And according to some royal watchers, that's exactly what she's doing, or at least trying to do, later this month. Let's step back to a year ago, across the pond in London. After 6 months away from the public eye, protecting her privacy as she pursued treatment for cancer, the Princess of Wales made her surprise return to public life. In a triumphant moment for the embattled royal, Catherine joined the rest of the slimmed-down royal family on the balcony at Buckingham Palace, with the now and future kings of Great Britain by her side. They were gathered together, of course, for the famous Trooping the Colour ceremony, which celebrates the official birthday of the British sovereign. It's a day when the world watches the royals watching their own military parade. But in 2025, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, seems to be trying some counter-programming. No one remotely in the know would expect Meghan and Harry to attend Trooping the Colour, now or in the near future. The couple, who reside in California, haven't attended the event since 2022, and even then, they noticeably stayed off of the balcony. Even though they're not attending, it's seen as a common courtesy to not get in the way of the family's big day. While Trooping the Colour is taking place on June 14th, Meghan will instead be attending the Night of Wonder Gala at the Natural History Museums of Los Angeles County. And she's not just attending either. In some ways, Meghan will be the star of the show, being honored for her outreach work as a part of the event. In a statement to People, President and Director of the museums, Lori Bettinson Varga, said, "We are proud to honor Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, a native Angelino whose work to advance community well-being and expand opportunity, especially for underserved communities, aligns with our equity-focused approach to developing science literacy for the next generation, including through our STEM and STEAM pathways programs." While the timing may be a big coincidence, and something Meghan had no say in to begin with, the optics aren't stopping onlookers from fanning the flames of a royal feud. Then again, online commenters at this point don't need much encouragement to roll their eyes at Meghan Markle, so it's no surprise that some posters are crying conspiracy. In reaction to the news, one user on X posted, "What a coincidence. That day is Trooping the Colour. The tribute wasn't given because she deserved it, but rather because she bought the prize to try to outshine the British royal family. But even so, she won't succeed." Another wrote, "If Meghan thinks she can ever come close to upstaging the real royal family, she is deluded." Accusations of spotlight stealing have long been thrown in both directions, with varying degrees of evidence backing up the claims. Last year, Meghan was accused of timing a reveal of her storied jam brand, then marketed under the name American Riviera Orchard, with that year's Trooping the Colour. She denied the claims. William and Catherine have also been suspected of undercutting the promo for Harry's Polo series on Netflix by releasing their own short film about Catherine's experiences with cancer. Considering the many interests and endeavors of the Waleses and the Sussexes, it's an accusation that's pretty easy to come up with evidence for, and many commentators have gotten even more specific with the accusations of a feud. To some, it's not just the royal family Meghan wants to upstage, it's specifically Princess Catherine. From wedding rows to racism accusations, there has long been a rumored feud between these two members of the former Fab Four, and in the aftermath of Harry's revealing memoir, we think it's safe to say that there's no love lost between the two at this point. Still, seeing every coincidence and scheduling conflict as a deliberate act of counter-programming is a little too much to believe, even if some of the individual cases are kind of convincing. Like with all rumors, there's a kernel of truth to it. After all, there's a reason you'll probably never see Meghan on the Buckingham Palace balcony again. Instead, if you really want to, you can find her in Los Angeles as a guest of honor at the LA Natural History Museum's Night of Wonder Gala.